After a rough start to our sophomore year, we are heading into the middle of the season 4-2, which means our hopes at winning a national championship are all but over. But that doesn't mean we can't improve ourselves for our junior year and maybe even make a run for the Heisman in our sophomore year. So, we're going up against Kansas State, a top 5 ranked team, heading into week 7. This is a big week. We can show what we can really do as we find Curtis Allen early in the game for a touchdown on a slant. Big time play right there. If we can go on the road and get a top 5 victory, it'll bump us up in the rankings and give us some respect that we really, really need. But making passes like that is not going to help us out. We got to make better reads, and we got to put points up on the board on offense. But right there on that read option, we got hurt. And that is not good because by the time we came back in the second half, we were already down 14. But that's not going to stop Isaiah Carwyn as he takes it up the middle for a 5-yard rushing touchdown to put us within 7 points. Back down 14 after the defense can't get a stop. We're pulling read options. We don't care. We're fighting through our injury, picking up 20 yards on a rush, and then we find an open receiver in the end zone. Curtis Allen gets another touchdown, and then we tie it up late in the fourth to force overtime. In overtime, Kansas State picks up a field goal, so all we need is a touchdown to beat Kansas State on the road, and I fumble on the first play of overtime, and they pick it up. And that is how we lose our third game of the season. Our season is all but over. We have to fight for the rest of the season to make a bowl game. We have no chance at a Big 12 championship. We have no chance at a national championship. We just got to get better for next year as we keep this read option against Iowa State. Iowa State did not come out ready to play, and we took advantage of it all day long, as this is one of our best games yet. And this shows that we can do it. We can win a national championship if we can put everything together every game of the season and go on a run. That's what gives me confidence heading into the junior year. I'm going to stay at Texas. Look at that beautiful lob pass right down the middle of the field, and on 4th and goal, we do turn it over. That was the only thing that kept Iowa State in this game long enough, but we hit Jenkins down the middle of the field right before half to give us the lead. And then in the third quarter, we find our boy Wiley down the middle of the field, which all but does it for this game as we get a bounce back dub and throw for 419 yards, 3 touchdowns, 130 on the ground, and 2 rushing touchdowns, as that was our best game of our career, and we move into the 5th spot in the Heisman race, the first time we have ever been on the Heisman leaderboard, which is huge. As a sophomore, all these juniors and seniors better watch out. We head into Oklahoma State week as we're playing our first ever game in the snow, which is huge. You love playing in the snow. We're wearing the icy white unis in the white snow. You can barely see us as we're dealing the ball down the field, and then Justin Higgins gets a 20-yard touchdown run on the read option, and then we find a beautiful seam, and on the next play, they leave Tony Dixon wide open for the touchdown. We're up 17-10, and they run an all-out blitz and leave everybody open as Allen is going to take that one 76 yards to the crib to put us up 14. This game is showing we can sling the rock. We have the opportunity to win the Heisman after a 388 game, 3 touchdowns, 20 yards rushing, and no rushing touchdowns, but it's showing we are getting better at throwing the ball. And if we can throw the ball and run the ball at sometimes, it's going to be great. Because right now, we're really running the ball and then throwing the ball when we need to as we run this read option to start off the Baylor game hot. We need to run the ball some and throw the ball a lot. As we get out of the pocket and we're making plays, outrunning DNs, outrunning linebackers, nobody is stopping us, and we hit Jason Rivera, our tight end. We love to hit tight ends around here as we throw a ball down the sideline. Beautiful, 14-14 against Baylor. We need to get these dubs to improve and make a bowl game, because last year we came up just short of making a bowl game as we lost our last game of the season. So we are not letting that happen this year as we're up 28-14 on Baylor, and we score the final touchdown to all but seal it as we throw in late one to just pad the stats, and we throw for 383, 6 passing touchdowns, a new career high, and it's looking good. We are moving up in the Heisman rankings as we move up all the way to number 3, only behind Texas A&M's quarterback and Oregon's running back. We've got a chance. We're building momentum. We're putting up great stat lines. We're winning games. We're moving up in the rankings. Everything is going our way late in the season. Slow start to the season. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, as we hit Jason Rivera, one of our best players, for a touchdown, and then Wiley down the seam to put us up 14-0 as BYU cannot stop us. Up 21-0. We are putting on a clinic out there on offense. Junior year is looking great. I don't think we'll have Tony Dixon. He is a senior, so I do believe he's going to leave, and that is our top wide receiver, which only means we've got to find other ways to score. Justin Higgins, a beautiful, beautiful recruit. He is going to be great next year at the halfback. So we're only losing a couple players, so we should be able to make plays as Rivera takes it all the way to the house on a little pass. I mean, BYU had no answer for the third best player in college football as we throw 428, 4 touchdowns, 47 yards, and a rushing touchdown, and only one man stands in between us and a Heisman trophy, and that's Texas A&M's quarterback, as we head into the last game of the regular season against Texas Tech, and we started off hot. Joel Thompson on the slant, beautiful, and then we run a read option, and we run it in with our boy. 7 yards, rushing touchdown to start us off. We run the read option again, down 14-7 now. Big gain, 21-yard gain, which sets up Rivera, our favorite target, in the end zone. Tied it up, but the defense can't get a stop as we have to run another one in right before the half to tie it up. Defense gets a stop out of the second half, but we get hurt on this read option, and we are out until the fourth quarter, which we're down 7, and we got to make some plays as we're keeping read options. We don't care if we're hurt. We're going to battle, and we're taking it in for another rushing touchdown. We got to do it all with our legs when nobody's open, but our defense can not get a stop as we have to go on a money drive, and unfortunately, we lob that pass, and it gets intercepted in the end zone, and we lose our final game of our sophomore year. We throw for 223, 1 passing touchdown, 102, and 3 rushing touchdowns on the ground. But that was not enough as we barely finished second in the Heisman. Wow. We almost get enough votes to come in first, but Texas A&M's quarterback squeaks out the Heisman dub. That is our biggest goal of our junior year, other than winning a national championship, is winning that Heisman, avenging what we got taken from us in our sophomore year as we came in second in the Heisman. Hopping into the bowl game against Iowa, we're playing in the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl. It means absolutely nothing, but we can improve our stats. We get hurt in the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl, of course. This is like our 3rd or 4th time getting hurt on the season. We need to be better about sliding. Our coach has been telling us we just don't listen. It cost us a game against Kansas State, and it probably cost us a game against Texas Tech. We've got to be better, but we're making dots on the run, throwing it to Tony Dixon in his last game at Texas. We're up 8 here. We've managed to come back and build a lead as we hit Curtis Allen across the field. but somehow we get hurt once again on that play, getting hit in the backfield, but our offense goes down, clutches it up, gets the touchdown, and we come back out to kneel the ball out, and we win our first ever bowl game as a Texas Longhorn, building momentum heading into our junior year. We need to win Heisman. We need to improve our draft stock. They got us going in the 4th to 5th round. We've got to improve that, and we got to win a national championship or at least a Big 12 championship. Those are our 3 goals heading into our junior year. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Peace.